The ship that changed the world. When Titanic set sail from Southampton, she wasn't just a ship. She was a symbol of human progress. Operated by the White Star Line, Titanic carried over 2,200 passengers and crew. On board were millionaires, immigrants, engineers, and dreamers. But here's what many don't realize. There were not enough lifeboats for everyone. Iceberg warnings were ignored, safety drills were minimal. Wireless communication protocols were weak. Why? Because maritime safety laws were outdated, based on ships much smaller than Titanic, and no one thought a disaster of that scale was possible. Imagine this: the lookout spots the iceberg earlier. The ship turns just in time. Passengers feel a slight tremor, but nothing more. Titanic arrives in New York to applause. Headlines read, "Largest ship in the world completes maiden voyage successfully. No tragedy. No shock. No global outrage, and most importantly, no reform." Because Titanic sank, the world responded with sweeping change. In 1914, governments introduced the SOLAS, the Safety of Life at Sea Convention. This treaty required enough lifeboats for every passenger, 24-hour radio monitoring, regular lifeboat drills, continuous iceberg patrols. The tragedy also led to the creation of the International Ice Patrol to monitor icebergs in the Atlantic. Now ask yourself, if Titanic never sank, would these rules have been created in 1914? Or would it take another, perhaps even bigger disaster? Today, modern cruise ships carry 5,000 to 7,000 people. They have advanced radar systems, satellite navigation, mandatory evacuation drills, and strict international inspections. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of these safety standards trace their roots back to Titanic. Without that early wake-up call, the booming cruise industry of the late 20th century might have expanded without strict global regulation. Shipping companies could have prioritized luxury and size over safety, just as they did in 1912. It's possible that lifeboat shortages would persist. Radio monitoring would be inconsistent, iceberg tracking would be limited, and evacuation protocols would be weak. In other words, safety might lag behind profit. History shows something powerful. Major safety laws are often written in blood. Without Titanic's early warning in 1912, the world may have faced a larger ship sinking in the 1930s or 1940s, even higher death tolls, delayed international cooperation. Instead of 1,500 lives lost in 1912, could it have been 5,000 in 1935? The longer reform is delayed, the greater the eventual cost. Titanic didn't just change laws. It shattered the illusion that technology made us invincible. Before 1912, the world believed modern engineering had conquered nature. After Titanic, humility returned. Without that shock, overconfidence in unsinkable technology might have continued unchecked in ships, aviation, and beyond. Was the Titanic tragedy inevitable for progress? Here's the paradox. If Titanic never sank, thousands of lives would have been saved in 1912. But over the next 100 years, would far more lives have been lost? The disaster forced governments, engineers, and shipping companies to act immediately. Sometimes history changes not because something succeeds, but because it fails catastrophically. Next time you see a massive cruise ship on the horizon, remember, its safety systems exist because of a cold April night in 1912. If Titanic had safely docked in New York, the cruise industry today might look very different and far more dangerous. What do you think? Would humanity have learned the lesson anyway? Or did the world need Titanic to sink?